Hi guys, Deck and Sam here from Fanatical, and thanks to Bandai Namco, we've got an exclusive gameplay preview of Little Nightmares 2. Sam played this yesterday, really enjoyed it, and we're going to talk you through it, what you can expect, and just in time they've just stood up. So you can see Mono, who is the new main protagonist. He is the one in the brown paper bag, and he's joined by Six, who is in the yellow raincoat. She is the main protagonist from the first game, and in this game she's actually computer controlled.
Yep, so we're completely new experience now where she'll be assisting Mono through doors, she'll be helping with collecting items, carrying stuff. It's quite a unique spin on what we've experienced in the first game. So the main gist of this demo, what you might not have seen at the start, is that we're on the search for 2 power cores to power the elevator. Oop, there we go. And that's one of the moments where I nearly turned my pants a different colour. So yeah, I think the main thing that for me with Little Nightmares, which I enjoyed about the first one and with this, is just the experience of the suspense. The music really plays into that. Just general jump scares, like this guy here. I was kind of panicking at this point. I didn't really know what to do. Decided just to kind of welcome him, and it didn't really work.
Yeah, so the visuals and sound design of this are phenomenal. They were in the first one. They were nominated for many awards for both visual and for the soundtrack, and in my opinion this is probably better than the first one.
Yeah.
I think this could actually win lots of awards this year for its great sound design, especially. It's creepy, it's just amazing, I find.
Yeah, for definite. It was one of my top picks for 2017, the original title, so I'm really excited to see the rest of this concept and what they can deliver. It's also, as you can see here, there's a new feature which I didn't experience in the first one, which is you can now use weapons, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, the weapons seem conveniently placed, don't they? That
yeah.
You can't carry them around all the time, but
No.
they're there when you need them to, for example, beat this hand mannequin thing that looks like you need a hand with it, to be fair. But it does look like the weapons are a choice at certain periods rather than being throughout the game.
Yeah, for definite. It seems like as soon as you see an item on the floor, you're kind of like, oh boy, something's coming up. Yeah, like I've just gave him an extra hit just to make sure he was dead. But as you can see here, this is one of the power cores that we've been searching for. Just going to throw that over there. Make sure I take this with me, and just for safe measure, I'm just going to deck him again. There we go.
You can never be too sure, can you?
Yeah, well, you know, creepy hands. You've got to make sure you kill them good.
I think as well it's worth noting that this isn't right at the start of the game.
No.
So we've already found Six, which is at the start of the game. You escape the hunter, who is a guy that's basically got a shotgun and tries to kill you, because everything in this game tries to kill you.
Yep, pretty much.
And we're now in a hospital, and the creepy mannequins are one part of the hospital. They're everywhere. You can see here there's absolutely loads of them. And some of them will come to life, as you've already seen.
Yeah. This is quite an interesting concept here, because Six, if you've played the first game, she's quite partial to eating people, so I don't know if she was having a bit of a chew on the finger there, thinking it was a real human, but unfortunately not. So we've come to this bit here where we've picked up the first power core. We're now using that to enter the second part of the facility, with the hopes of finding the second power core to get that elevator working. It's another example coming up here where you work with Six to get through buildings and doors. She's pretty handy. She gives you a little boost here.
She's a bit like a little helper, isn't she?
Yeah,
More
definitely. I mean, I wish she was going to help me with this next part coming up here, but I had to kind of deal with this on my own. As you can expect from seeing a creepy character in a doorway, something's not going to be too pleasant. One thing that I really love about these new enemies is this concept of darkness and light, where they'll react, as you can see here. As soon as the lights are out, they turn on you, they start coming after you, and you have to really think about where you're positioning your lights, how you're using your torch, and also there's a bit more of a strategy to it, where obviously with this guy, we want to get past him, so we've got to lure him out, which I hated, and then carefully get past him here by aiming the torch at him. And oh, he's got no pants on, I don't think.
A bit Five Nights at Freddy's style, with the obviously in this case mannequins, but animatronics in the first game, Five Nights at Freddy's, were coming to life at night. So
yeah,
in this instance, it is very FNAF-ing.
Yeah, for definite. And the characters in the first one, they were very creepy, but they were all kind of like a bit more human-like, and these guys are very... Ooh, there we go. Forgot about that guy. I played the demo twice and I forgot about that guy. But yeah, these enemies are so creepy, they're just how surreal they are. The fact that most of them haven't got heads, I think, is probably what freaks me out the most. And this is another interesting concept of that light and darkness tactics you've got to use. So you've got one guy here moving, you've got to watch out for him, and then here we go, and then there's two. So you've got to make sure that you're positioning yourself in a right state where you can shine a light on both of them, or multiple enemies, but also make sure you can get past them without getting hurt. This is very, very creepy. This is bringing back bad memories.
The puzzle elements of this are definitely improved from the first one.
Yeah.
There's more variety, there's more depth to it as well, and it just seems like a game that, if you enjoy puzzle games but not necessarily a horror fan, this is the happy medium between the both, where you can enjoy it even as someone who's not a fan of big jump scares.
Yeah, there's certainly a few in there that's going to certainly take you by surprise, but the puzzle elements are still very much there, and that's really what I enjoyed about the first one. The first one was very much kind of moving boxes around to get to high places. This one is sort of using your head a little bit more. Oh god, here we go. I'm very surprised I managed to actually make it down this hallway without being killed, which I was just kind of wiggling the analog stick as much as I could, and as you can see it goes absolutely chaotic. Again, using that light and darkness assistance there, the camera will automatically sort of pan on certain enemies to help you with the torch, but you do have to be very, very careful where you're pointing it. And we made it out alive.
So speaking a bit about the game as a whole, the main villain is called the Thin Man. We saw him at the end of the Secrets of Mar DLC. He resides in something called the Signal Tower, which is the end level of the game, and will be basically, you've got to find the dark secrets, you've got to learn how that's connected to Six's fate, and you've got to progress through the game to get to this tower to try and basically complete the game.
Yeah, it's even got soap in it as well. I found that really interesting, how you can open a door with a bar of soap. I've never tried that in my life, but there you go. So as you've just seen, there, we've had to lure out the mannequin with the darkness in order to move this chair, and with a few jumps, we should be out of this room. Here we go, and we're out. Oh, and here we go. Yeah, this is an interesting concept with the darkness. I actually fluked this on one playthrough. I used this little tactic here where I just started spinning around, trying to keep them all away from me. Which
it's like you're trying to start a disco.
Yeah, well, it's not the kind of disco I want to be at. It seemed to work. I managed to get all the way through, and then absolutely legged it.
So if you're playing this game when it comes out in February, that is a tactic you could use. Not just informational, helpful as well.
Yeah, there you go. And also, I found this quite interesting, where you can just throw a ball at them.
Just play a bit of catch.
Yeah, well, I didn't actually think they were going to throw it back, which is hilarious, but there you go. I'm sure that'll be an achievement or something in the game. I did throw it back again, but this one I didn't want to play ball, so I just left it.
The little touches like that make the game so much better. It elevates it to another level from just a standard horror game that is fun and has jump scares, but this is so much depth in it, so much thought.
Yeah.
And you've just found the second one.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, interesting what you're saying there. Obviously, with Little Nightmares, it has that kind of horror element, that jump scare and the fear element as well. But also, there is a bit of a sort of charming, kind of childlike humour to it. Obviously, with the characters being quite young as well, they're way out of their depth, but they always seem to be able to get through it. So, there we go. We've got a little wave.
And it is worth noting as well that there are unlockables in the game, so Mono can get different hats. We didn't find any on this playthrough, but we're sure that there's loads of different kind of hats and different levels that we saw it in the home screen, that basically you can unlock different ways to personalise him.
Yeah, for definite. So obviously you could be running around in I believe there's a fireman's helmet. I think there's a police hat as well. So yeah, there's certainly customization to it. With the original Little Nightmares, there was gnomes that you could find. I'm not sure if they're going to be returning in this game. We've not seen those yet, but yeah, the customization part of it is great. No different anorak coats for 6 though, by the looks of things. She's still in this one. Must be filthy now.
And that's another example there of great sound design, great visual style that creates a creepy atmosphere without necessarily being too over the top and jump scare focused.
Yeah, for definite. And I like how 6 is interacting within this scenario. She's not kind of just out of the screen like she was in the first part. Oof, right on the edge of the finger. Where's your finger now? Yeah, I don't know why I was trying to hit him there. I like there's a bit of a tactic as well to how you fight. You can't just hack and slash sort of thing. You have to, you'll see that I move away to make sure that they're not in jumping distance, then I turn around and give it a good old whack. That one looks like it's down, and then this one was after me here. Missed it. Yeah, 6 is just helping along there, and there we go. One more hit should do it. I like how it scuttles off and then it comes back at different angles as well, so you're not anticipating where it's coming from.
And 6 is kind of giving an impression of what you got to do next as well. She's already focusing on moving out of this area.
I'm so violent in this game.
It's really violent. And then you go and help her and you progress again.
There we go. And we're through the door now.
Kind of.
Yeah. You see on the walls there, that's the sort of stereotypical kind of design that these games are so popular for. It's that really creepy sort of Tim Burton-esque characters that we saw in the first game, and from the looks of things here, we're going to be seeing someone very similar. So you'll see that I decided to crawl through there. I didn't want to make too much noise, and for good reason.
And I believe that's the first glimpse of the hospital monster.
Yes, I believe so. And he's not the kind of monster that I want in a hospital.
No, very creepy, and that's it.
Yeah.
That took about, 45 minutes for you to play?
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes. Obviously, there's a bit of trial and error with learning how to get past certain enemies, but overall, once you get a hang of how the puzzle works in this game and the enemies and how you can approach them, you kind of get the gist of it, and then you can progress pretty quickly. So, no, it was fantastic, and I was a massive fan of the first game. Really looking forward to seeing what the second one's got to offer us.
So, big thanks to Bandai. The game is out on February the 11th, 2021, and it's out on PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS4, PS5, and it's also on Google Stadia.
Can't wait.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think of Little Nightmares 2 in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.